Ortega. I've been tattooing almost 10 years. This May will be 10 years for me. And I work at Triple Crown Tattoos in Austin, Texas. That's actually really tough. Like, I mean, my go-to is usually based in Americana, like traditional style tattooing, but it has a lot of heavy, like Baroque and Art Nouveau influence. You know, it's stuff that's a lot softer, definitely flows a lot more. It's like an Art Nouveau piece, so it's pretty feminine. I mean, honestly, I think I only tattoo like 2 guys a month. Like, really. It's all girls all the time, which I'm okay with. But I mean, really, like, I guess if it was lumped into something, it's like neo-traditional kind of stuff. Really? Fuck, man. I mean, I'm really lucky. Like, being here in Austin, like, I have lots of really great customers that come in and give me, you know, kind of ideas or concepts and really just let me run with stuff. Like, and they're all super stoked with what we come up with. You know, like, only once in a blue moon do I have, like, disagreements with someone. Like, all of my customers have been really, really great to me. Like, so, I mean, ideally, like, I kind of have it. You know, it's really awesome. Like, they come in and say, I want this idea, you know, or I have these kind of things I want to assemble, and, you know, just do your thing with it, you know, really. And fuck, I mean, someone who wants to just let you run with it, I guess, you know, who likes what you're doing and is really excited about it. Oh shit, I can go on and on and on. I mean, especially being like from my generation of tattooers, there's already so many like fucking amazing ones ahead of us. And I mean, really, like, I think one of the first tattooers who I really was exposed to that made me want to tattoo the way I'm tattooing is Adam Barton's work. Was always really inspiring because, you know, he has a very traditional basis, but it has a lot of Art Nouveau influence. It is really stylized and ornate and fancy. You know, I've been spending a lot of time in Europe too, and like Philip's been really, really inspirational to me. And I mean, with him tattooing my back, I mean, it's fucking amazing. Like I said, you know, like, I'm learning so much, and it's always pushing me to build really strong compositions on all my large work. But I mean, really, like, Adam Barton, I always really love his stuff. Seth Wood, who I just got tattooed, I'm always really looking and seeing what new stuff he's doing and what little tricks he's putting in tattoos, because I mean, they're producing really great work. But I mean, like, everyone, you know, like, I love all that grime stuff, you know, a lot of those West Coast guys, and it's so hard to just give one because there's so many fucking awesome tattooers. It's really hard now because with social networking, like, so many people know about, like, everyone and each other. They're so aware of, like, who's who and what's what and what everyone's doing, and it's really tough. And I've never really thought about someone that I know or, like, a tattooer that I like who's kind of, like, unknown, incognito, because even those guys are, like, almost kind of internet famous to some extent somehow, because we're all creeping on each other on Instagram, you know. So, I mean, honestly, I couldn't say that I could really answer that. I mean, all the tattooers that I'm looking at, like, people know who they are. You know, they're really into their stuff. Right. I mean, one person I feel that I guess you don't really see a lot of exposure of her work, but it's purposeful. I feel, it's like Sabine Gaffron. You know, you can't really see a lot of her stuff, but it's fucking amazing. And I'm almost certain she keeps it low key on purpose. You know, I mean, it's, from what I understand, I've never actually met her before, but I mean, I love her tattoos. They're beautiful.
Oh yeah, she's awesome.
And if you search for her, like, on Google or anywhere, you barely find anything. You know?
Yeah, the only stuff I've seen of hers from her tam.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And people I've seen in Switzerland awesome. and tattoo by her. So, I've been able to work with a lot of really great tattooers who've really given me a lot of great advice and stuck stuff into me. But the problem I see with, I mean, just things I see with young tattooers that I've met recently and I've been traveling the last few years is, like, a lot of them want to be the next big thing, which we always do, the next it thing, and they're rushing so hard to, like, be custom and only do what they want to do. And, like, I remember hearing recently some younger tattooer talking to me about, I don't remember who it was that came and guest artist at her shop in Europe, and she said she lost respect for him because he tattooed Flash, because he's supposed to do all custom work. And it's like, why? You know, like, what's the point with that? And
yeah, it seems crazy.
With young tattooers, I mean, just really focusing on, like, building a foundation. And that's one thing I see a lot of people are trying to skipping, and I did it too until someone put their foot in my ass. And you know, it's like having a solid foundation of just always trying to, like, you know, we start our apprentices with traditional tattoos, and then they can grow from there, you know, because it shows you how to draw a tattoo. It's bold, it's really strong, and you can really, really elaborate on it once you have that basis. And I mean, just being really dedicated to it too, because I mean, there's amazing tattooers coming up left and right all the time. And So I mean, really just focusing, not worrying about being the next big thing or it coming too fast, or it'll come slowly, and like worrying so much about having that's my style. I remember doing all that crap too. I totally remember it, and
right.
Looking back at it now, it's just like it's kind of funny because I still see it. It just repeats itself all the time. But, I mean, within tattooing, I mean, one thing I like, I kind of came in like early 2000s, and that's when like the internet got really popular with all that sharing, and that's continuing to grow. Like I see a lot more tattooers like really sharing stuff with each other and like really helping, to push each other for you should, a lot more tattooers are like doing like draw-offs or draw-togethers, and like drawing nights and painting nights, and everyone's pushing each other, further and further, pretty often that I see. And then in clients, more people are looking for good tattooers. Like being in Austin, like it's turning into a fucking mecca, and everyone comes in and they've sought you out. They've looked for like those good tattooers, and they want to collect from those good tattooers. And even when I started so many years ago, like no one gave a shit. They're like, oh, I want that. And I started in like the largest army town in the U.S. So it was all flash. But then even progressively now, it's no one ever really wants flash. They really want a good tattooer. I mean, at least what I'm experiencing now. They're coming in looking for good tattooers to give them really good custom work. And that's been really awesome, because then I'm less dealing with customers who want to like braid you in the shop and like just be an asshole to you or rude to you. Like, so customer like education about good tattooers has really grown. And I mean, every time I open my Instagram, there's someone putting out something that's amazing. It just makes me want to push even more.
Yeah.
Like the social networking, it's good and bad too. A lot of it's going on Instagram. Fuck.
Yeah.
Like you can follow everyone and just be constantly inspired every day, by your peers. And I really love that about it, which, we didn't have so many years ago. We got a magazine,
right.
Maybe some correspondence over the internet with someone. So I think that's been really cool for it too, like more people are educated about sterility and things with tattooing, and they're looking for clean shops, they're looking for good tattoo shops, and it kind of is weeding out the weak a little bit too, like if a lot of good tattooers, I mean, I've even met some this year that stopped tattooing because, or not good tattooers, but crappy tattooers, or shops that were subpar, and they couldn't make any business anymore because most of their clientele started looking for good tattoo shops and clean tattoo shops and places they felt really comfortable, and I feel with customers being more educated about tattooing, then they're going to make wiser decisions with what they're getting. They're going to think of how long is this going to last, how good is this going to look when my body changes, is this going to fit me really well, is this a really classic, kind of timeless design, or is this a sign of the times, and I definitely have seen that, and it's really cool to see like when customers just really understand a lot about it. This industry has been so great to me. Like I've been able to travel, I do really well as a tattooer, I'm busy, I have so many great acquaintances and friends like all over the world, and I mean, I always try to reciprocate all the hospitality that I've gotten. Like I said, anytime people come here to Austin, we'll pick people up from the airport, we'll take them out to eat, we'll go here and there and just show them a good time, because that's always been reciprocated to me. Like everywhere I go, someone is being hospitable to me, and that's really important to me, like giving back in that instance of taking care of other tattooers. And it's amazing to see like how the tattoo community will take care of its own. Like that whole fuck cancer benefit that Thomas and those guys are doing.
Right.
That's so fucking epic. It's amazing that they're doing that. And like it's really rare, I guess. I mean, at least in my experience, is that one particular community of people will get together and really just always constantly take care of each other.